Bayelsa is not Rivers, Wike. Your ego has apparently brought you to the wrong place. This pattern is old, it is cultural, it is psychological, it is historical. Bayelsa State has a long history of standing up to intimidation, manipulation, and attempts to crush its identity. Okay now. And once again, it is being forced to do so. You can't bring your Rivers bullishness to Bayelsa State. Tell him more. Tell him very well. Wike, you have grown used to being the loudest voice in the room. Man who bullies his way to get what he wants. But Bayelsa is not Rivers State. People should tell him very well. Tell him very well that Bayelsa is not Rivers State. Oh, because Fubara has agreed to whatever it is that he's doing, does not mean that every other person too will agree to it. People should tell him, warn him. You ran Rivers State like it was your own personal empire. You crushed opposition, marginalized those who dared to disagree with you, and turned governance into war of intimidation. Yes, tell him. What is it? Is it only him? Your name may carry weight in Rivers, but in Bayelsa, it is met with suspicion and resistance, yes, so because you have an evil agenda. What do you want to come and do in Bayelsa State? You might be a Jagaban in your state because it is your state. And people there, they don't have anything to do. But in Bayelsa State, no, it's not possible. You cannot come and intimidate them over there. Bayelsa is a land with its own identity, its own leaders, and its own traditions. You can't walk in here flashing your connections to Abuja and expect people to bow before you. People should tell him, yes, I like it. Governor Diri is not one of your political pawns, exactly. You are not his godfather, Abi. You are not his godfather. Yes, he came to beg you, Abi. Shebi, you tell us that he came to kneel down to beg you to make him the governor of the state. He's not your godson. You are not his political godfather. He's a legitimate leader of Bayelsa State, and he's prepared to defend his authority against any outsider, yes, who think they can come in and sow chaos, yes, because that's what he wants to come and do. Bayelsa is not Rivers, Wike. The very ground you stand on rejects your arrogance. Your ego is driving you into the trap you set for others. Wike, you have made a fatal mistake of believing your own hype. Yes, so the hype, I think, is really getting into his head, and he thinks that he can just go anywhere and just behave anyhow, or he owns everywhere. He owns everywhere in Nigeria. At the mention of Wike, everybody must bow. It's not going to be possible. Don't make the fatal mistake of believing your own hype. You have surrounded yourself with people who tell you what you want to hear. Exactly. Wike, our master. Wike, the one that is doing well. Wike, the one that owns everybody. They tell you what you want to hear now. Who praise your every move and inflate your ego until you can't see the reality. Your ego has driven you to believe that you can control Bayelsa the way you control Rivers State. You have convinced yourself that your political connections, your loud voice, very loud and lousy voice, and your reputation for ruthlessness are enough to break down any resistance. But this time, your ego has betrayed you. Tell him. You have been led to believe that Governor Diri is weak, that Bayelsa is ripe for manipulation. As they succeeded in the River State now, their next target is Bayelsa State. From Bayelsa, they will go to Cross River. From Cross River, they will go to Akwa Ibom. That's what they want to keep doing. Till they take over everywhere. Because you are what? That your mere presence will be enough to bend this state to your will, but you are wrong. Bayelsa is not Rivers. And Governor Diri is not the type to bend under pressure. He's not the type to cower before your threats or your boasting. He's not the type to give up his authority simply because you have convinced yourself that you are some sort of a political overlord. That is it. He sees himself like a lord and savior over everybody. Thank you. I like this person talking. You are walking into the trap of your own making, and your ego is what led you here. Even if Tinubu comes with you, he cannot protect you here. Tell him, Wike, you have placed all your faith in your connections to Abuja. You believe that because you have friends in high places, you are untouchable. You are counting on President Tinubu's support. You are banking on the belief that your status as a federal minister will somehow elevate you above the authority of the governor of Bayelsa. Don't mind him. But here is the simple truth. Even if Tinubu comes with you, he cannot protect you. Anyway, Oga, President is on his way to Paris. Governor Diri is the Chief Security Officer of Bayelsa State. Yes, he is the CSO. He is the governor. Anything that he says, it stands. It is his state. If you were the governor of Rivers State, what happened to Fubara? You would never accept it. That Tinubu will suspend you because there is something going on. Wike would never agree to it. So don't go and do the same thing to somebody else. If Fubara agreed, that's his problem. But another governor, they are not going to agree to you. They will not, though. He's the CSO of Bayelsa. His authority over his state is protected by the Constitution, and no federal power, no ministerial title, no presidential favor can override that. If you cross the line, Governor Diri has the legal right to detain you, to arrest you, to expel you from his state if your presence causes disruption. And there's even nothing he's coming to do. What is he coming to do? He should stay back in his Abuja. There's nothing he's coming to do. Even if you arrive with convoy of police officers and military personnel, it will not matter. Diri's authority stands above all others in Bayelsa. That's if the police there, they have not compromised though. And should you attempt to use force to intimidate or manipulate your way through, you will find yourself locked up, not just physically, but politically and psychologically down. This is not Rivers State, and you are not in control here. Your beloved apparent compromised judiciary, they will not save you this time around. Okay, I like this energy. You have grown used to running to the court whenever your schemes hit a roadblock. You have come to rely on compromised judges and twisted rulings to shield you from accountability. But here is the bitter truth. Your beloved apparent judiciary will not save you this time. Even if you manage to secure a court ruling in your favor, it will be meaningless because you are not dealing with legal loopholes and courtroom tricks. You are dealing with the people's will. Bayelsa is not Rivers. They are wanting Temueliti. Bayelsa is not Rivers, where you could manipulate the judiciary to serve your purposes. This time, you are facing the court of the people, and their verdict will be final. You can run to the court all you want, but it won't change the fact that the people of Bayelsa, they have rejected you. They don't want you in their state. It is Turner that wants to use Agidi to bring you in. They don't want you. They do not want you. Governor Diri, he has already won this battle before it even started. You are simply trying to salvage your bruised ego by pushing forward with a doomed plan. This is not Rivers, so this is not your kingdom. And your arrogance has brought you to a place where you have no power. Tell him. Tell him very well because he needs to hear. He needs to hear. You have overplayed your hand. You have underestimated the resolve of Governor Diri. And you have made the critical error of believing that your ego and your connections are enough to override the will of the people. Wike, your time is up. Bayelsa is not Rivers. Bayelsa is not Rivers. This is Professor John Ibiazen Oshodi. Okay, that's good. When I was saying that, I know he was the one. Bayelsa is not Rivers. They need to tell him more. Edmond says time to cut Wike to size. The Obiakpo strong man thinks that everywhere is his playground. Try Ijaw land at your own risk. I like this energy from Ijaw people. Somebody needs to face this man and say, enough is enough. Are you the only one? Don't come and try your rubbish here. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.